These are the kind of monsters you wouldn't mind finding under your bed.
We have a visitor.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 friendliest TV monsters. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at TV monsters with approachable attitudes, upbeat personalities, and naturally gentle charisma.
What makes you say that?
However, we won't be including anime characters on this list, as they're already featured in our top 10 nicest anime characters list.
You ought to get a bang out of that.
Number 10, Ickis. Real monsters.
Humans, go figure.
Although Ickis desperately tries to live up to his father's reputation as a first-class scarer, the poor guy's often held back by his cutesy appearance.
What are you looking at? Sorry. Thanks.
After all, his long ears are reminiscent of a fluffy bunny, and his feet look more like elf shoes than anything remotely scary.
Pretend that you're up in a dump, right? And you're gathering grubs, and suddenly a monster hunter sneaks up behind you and throws you in a cage and wants to put you on TV.
It isn't too hard to figure out why this purpley red little monster is often regarded as adorable rather than terrifying. But as much as he hates being associated with cuteness, Ickis just isn't as monstrous as he'd like people to think.
Oh, there's nothing like monsters and raw, unprocessed sludge.
He and his friends are fiercely loyal to one another, especially when Ickis messes up, and he has a certain fondness for babies. Hey, turns out this half pint isn't half bad.
I can't take it anymore!
Number 9, Guy Mann, The X-Files.
Yeah! I'm back, baby!
The truth is out there, and apparently so are friendly monsters. Initially suspected of a grisly murder in the woods of Oregon, Guy Mann turns out to be the exact opposite of the bloodthirsty creature Mulder and Scully initially think he is.
What if this creature that we've stumbled upon is here to create a whole new paradigm for our understanding of life itself?
Providing a twist on the usual metamorphosis monster type, Guy's not a human-like were-monster who shapeshifts into a lizard-type being. He actually started out as a lizard, but after being bitten by a human, he is now able to transform into a human. Treating his ability as a curse, Guy has a bit of an existential crisis, reflecting on the state of modern society and the purpose of existing at all. But ultimately, he is a stand-up guy.
It means that I know now you were telling the truth.
Sounds like you're still unsure.
Number 8, Clement, also known as Clem, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Still say it's weird without the kittens.
No kittens.
A loyal friend and ally to Buffy and the rest of the Scooby Gang, Clem is the ultimate example of why you shouldn't judge a book by its cover.
I'm starting to think you cheat.
Sporting a gentle personality and disliking violence on the whole, Clem prefers to lend a helping hand to those closest to him and loves having an all-around good time with a few hands of poker, for example.
I had no idea that was there. I could have leaned on that days ago.
Further adding to his pure-hearted nature is his willingness to reform himself. He refuses to accept his habits of feeding on cats and exercises self-restraint and a strong moral backbone. A sweetheart through and through, Clem is proof that a demon can have a soul.
Well, there are ancient ways.
Number 7, Tommy Dawkins, Big Wolf on Campus.
Martin? Merton. Whatever.
When he isn't using the powers of his werewolf alter ego to combat the supernatural evils that threaten the innocent people around him, Tommy Dawkins is quite possibly the most pleasant person in his hometown of Pleasantville.
Hi, Tommy.
Hey, Stacy? Hey, check it out, everyone. Dawkins is finally asking out Stacy Hansen.
Being a devoted athlete and captain of his high school football team, Tommy is the picture-perfect popular student at his high school, with nearly everyone around him enjoying his company.
What? What, are you prejudiced against werewolves or something?
No, I'm just surprised is all.
Tommy doesn't let his fame go to his head, though, showing how nice he is by befriending the often rejected Merton Dingle.
I wish I could just tell her I was a werewolf. Hoping for a bigger reaction.
Doomed to be misjudged, this werewolf is a great pal to have, and a big softie, unless you're the bad guys. Then you're gonna get your ass kicked.
Get over here! Stop terrorizing Merton Dingle, huh?
Number 6, 5, 7 Little Monsters.
He's eating the Air Force!
Sure, 7 may have that really cool ability to be able to unscrew his own head, but we cannot deny just how much we adore the lovable and playful 5. The most kiddish of all his brothers and sisters, his relentlessly silly and outrageous behavior often gets on the nerves of his many siblings. But it's what makes 5 so endearing.
Thanks, 5! You're the best!
After all, who could stay mad at him, especially since he apologizes for his slip-ups?
Sorry, cat.
Never wasting an opportunity to have tons of fun. 5 is a little monster with a big personality. Oh, and that voice is so gosh darn cute.
The future of the free world is at stake.
Steak!
Number 5, Cousin Itt, the Addams Family.
Wasn't Morticia marvelous, Cousin Itt?
He's asleep, dear.
Cousin Itt is such a charmer, he'll have you forgetting to mention that he missed quite a few spots while shaving.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. I didn't mean to interrupt your dream.
Something exciting, old man? Hey, that is exciting.
Often sporting his trademark sunglasses, derby hat, and gloves, Cousin Itt steps onto the scene in style, speaking his downright hilarious nonsensical language. But don't go thinking he's not smart.
I know you're shy, Cousin Itt, but this is ridiculous.
It doesn't really matter that we don't understand a word he says, since it isn't hard to understand that he loves the other members of the Addams family, making every effort to come and visit them. And what would this misfit American family be without him?
I didn't get the last line.
Number 4, Herman Munster, the Munsters.
Well, just don't sit there. No, aren't you going to congratulate me?
From one creepy, kooky family to another, Herman is yet another example of why you shouldn't jump to conclusions based on someone's appearance.
This just isn't my day.
The patriarch of the Munster family is the furthest thing from what you'd call a monster, in fact. He's actually extremely kind at his core, and exhibits qualities much more in common with the innocence of a small child than a mindless beast.
Careless newsboy. He never throws you in the same place.
In keeping with his childlike ways, Herman has a great love for balloons, playing with toys, reading comic books, and eating his wife Lily's pancakes. Couple that with his tendency to be nice to nearly everyone he meets, and you'd be hard-pressed to find a truly valid reason to see this guy as scary.
Oh, fudge.
Number 3, Mr. Bumpy, Bump in the Night.
Serves up at Squishy's Water Wonderland!
If strange sounds startle you awake in the middle of the night, you can rest easy in the knowledge that they were probably caused by this fun-loving fella.
Jump on it! Yeah!
Mr. Bumpy may look like nothing more than an overgrown booger, but once the lights are off and nobody's watching, he springs to life and only wants to play games, crack jokes, and eat some worms.
Hey there, big, tall, and robotic!
Although Bumpy's ideas of a good time are extremely outlandish and borderline absurd, his relentless desire to party hard is appealing. And if a friend comes along asking for a favor, he's more than up for the job.
These green buttons are the best! Now I'm gonna blow up everything!
Considering how wildly entertaining his late-night shenanigans are, we don't mind him bumping around all night long.
My name is Mr. Bumpy, I go bump in the night!
Number 2, Sweetums, The Muppet Show.
That's my kind of woman.
Don't let his looks fool you. Underneath that huge, scruffy body, large jaw, huge eyebrows, and intimidating expression, this big guy is nothing but a big softie.
I feel sad. I mean, wouldn't you feel sad if you looked like me?
His attitude towards others is the epitome of friendly, as he always shows a bouncy and lively demeanor wherever he goes. Never one to gloat or brag, Sweetums is a humble creature and needs to be reminded on occasion of how great he is.
You know what? If people just took a little time to look past the physical, they might find a lot of beautiful things about you.
Additionally, whenever he sees an opportunity, Sweetums loves giving out hugs to anyone near him. Tons of hugs, a big fuzzy body, and a heart of gold. Sweetums more than lives up to his name.
They can't take that away from me.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
La Those are the thing for me. Why wasn't I born a honeybee?
She thinks I'm a human person, a real boy. Well, if I fool her, I can fool anybody.
Number 1, Cookie Monster, Sesame Street.
C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C is for cookie, that's good enough for me.
We love this friendly monster about as much as he loves cookies. There's no shortage of other lovable puppet monsters in this series, like the always joyful Elmo. But we cannot deny this googly-eyed Muppet's charm and hilarity.
La 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 la, la 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 la, Cookie World.
Always energetic and speaking fondly and loudly of his admiration of cookies. Cookie Monster has become such a beloved character over the years that his popularity has transcended the world of Sesame Street, finding its way into mainstream pop culture.
Hey Siri, set timer for 14 minutes.
Okay.
Just as he can't satisfy his intense cravings for cookies, we doubt we'll ever get enough of this cuddly blue monster.
Me so hungry for cookie.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Watch Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.